Hello, with a somber "What's up" from the Barely D&D gang. We are
Hello.
here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just trampling over this. Go on, Micah. Say your piece.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying hello to all of those who are listening, and thank you for being here. And continue, Landon.
And Jaci, special guest Jaci Butler.
Hi,
That's a
it's
throwback.
me. It's me, Mario.
We had some problems and lost the last two episodes. We were doing a patron special a while back and lost part of Micah's audio, and we decided at that point to try a new setup to record stuff with, and ran into another boo-boo, and we lost two episodes, sadly. Very sad. Most of it was some shopping stuff that was happening in Port Resplendissant, but there were some pretty sicko moments in there. An appearance of a villain from long ages past and some reminiscence of when it was a simpler time. So we are going to, instead of releasing full episodes for this week and next, we're just going to do these summaries to kind of like give you the key pieces of information. And me and Zach are throwing around the idea of recreating some of the more lore important moments for patrons. So if you're a patron, be excited for that. And I will touch on which moment that is as we get to there. But I just also want to do a quick shout out for my co-hosts, Micah and Jaci. I sent them a message like 30 hours ago saying, help me, please. Everything's on fire. And nobody responded for a day.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Nobody.
Sorry, you guys.
But hey, they all showed up right after lunchtime today saying we are here and we are going to do it. We are ready.
I'm just going to say, I normally respond very fast to Discord. You literally messaged that yesterday while I was on the phone for like 2 hours with the Dell
IRS
service, like customer support, because I was working on my computer.
No, we're really, really thankful that Micah and Jaci could be here. And Zach wishes he could be here. I spoke with him on the phone today and he was helping me remember some lore stuff too. So shout out to you, Zach.
And I think he just sent us a summary.
Oh, he did?
To Discord, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Breaking news.
We're going to check that. Oh, we said it as an actual Word doc. What a man.
I can't open it. It wants me to open it in Indeed Jobs. The app, Indeed Jobs.
That's hilarious.
That's the only option it gives me is to open this Word document in Indeed Jobs.
Micah, I don't know how to tell you this, but you can't download Indeed Jobs on your computer. You have a virus.
Zach actually sent us his resume.
He goes, lost the files? Unacceptable. Bro.
Okay.
I want to look at this, but I literally, like, I
haven't
quite literally can't.
I'll probably reference it and pause a little bit, you guys, to look at this. Zachary sent a legit, like, formalized document, like APA style, to us with citations and DM notes. So I know that he's really busy with a new job as well. So just thank you, Zachary, so much for taking the time to sit down and write this out. It means a whole lot.
Yeah.
But the first episode that will sadly be missed is episode 108, and it would have been named Warmer Hearts. And in this episode, it opens up with me actually going back to Ergberg's, the component shop that the gang visited when I went to sleep the other night. And I bought a dragon egg inlaid silver chalice because there was a homebrew spell that Zach made that I wanted to use a chalice for. So that was fun.
And I'd like to let it be known that Ro wanted to know what the spell was, and Jaci wanted to know what the spell was, and I rolled a 32, I think.
Yeah.
And knew what the spell was.
It was like a super secret spell for my super secret druid journal diary.
Apparently, Ro was snooping through his journal. Is basically
to
what
be fair.
Zach said.
You only got it because I cast guidance on you.
That is
giving
true.
You the
Landon
plus
cast
4.
guidance so that I could know it.
Yeah, you needed a plus 1. You needed a plus 1.
Yeah, I
did.
I did.
So I felt bad. That was a sympathy guidance.
Sympathy guidance.
But one thing Zach wanted to know is that the eggshell chalice came from fragments of Zaraxus's broken shell. Which Teloge had sold. So kind of circle there. I don't remember who Zaraxus is.
Do you remember who that is?
No.
You guys, it's our dragon.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Is that the dragon?
stopped, and then we had to take care of him.
No way.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
I heard that. I was like, cool, Zaraxis. I was like, that sounds like a dope guy.
I remember going, I bet that's what he's talking about right now.
No, I knew right away. I was like, oh, our little dragon, Ravina and Teloges, and what's his name? What's his name? Abby's character?
I don't know. But
he's a real
Chad.
He likes tea, maybe. I don't know. Somebody.
And you're Pixie.
Thyroid and Thesaurus are the only things coming to mind.
We're going to spin on it for a while.
Okay, go ahead. We can move forward.
So we get that chalice with the eggshell, and I don't know if you remember this. Maybe a deep cut, but the first time we were in Port Resplendissant, I think we all got a little bit impatient of just walking streets. And so Zachary, like, you start walking there, it's going to be a couple miles. And we're like, oh, we race. And I don't want to brag, but I won. And I pooped on Craig's head.
He did.
As a bird.
Yeah.
And so we decided we're going to race
like
again.
Episode 3.
To the warm hearth. Yeah, that was episode 3. So 105 episodes ago, Bazz pooped on Craig's head. And so we decided to replay that, round 2. And how did that go, Micah?
Well, you see, he felt it in his bones to just start running. And this time, the thing that was pushing Craig along was vengeance. So we all started racing, and I forget like how it was, but I know that Abby was on Tello's back and they were racing. But
because Abby wasn't in this episode, she was actually visiting my sister.
Yeah, what the heck, Abby?
Yeah, what the heck,
take
Abby?
me along?
Why couldn't you take me along?
I was 20 minutes away.
I was 20 hours away.
I had like a month's notice. Could have gotten a plane ticket.
I had a day notice. I could not have gotten a plane ticket.
But yeah, so we were like racing and running. And I won. We got to the warm hearth. Like I got there first, and I thought that was like I thought y'all were like a little bit behind me. Apparently
Craig was
not.
Booking it. He was literally like hitting his stride. I tried some magic nonsense to like trip him, and he like leapt over it like Olympic style.
Yeah. I completely did so great. Let me know if you can hear any background noises, because I
can hear Tilly a little bit. But it's okay.
It's cute.
That's what fine. She misses me, but I know she'll just throw her bone around. And
she misses me.
Okay.
You need to step away, Mike, and take care of that.
I do. I'll be right back.
All right. Have fun.
I was gonna say Craig came in first. Surprisingly, the non-favored athlete to come in second was Ro.
Don't you have like a negative strength score?
Yeah, -2.
You came in second. Okay,
and I came in second, but I rolled really high on my endurance, and so I made it to the warm hearth as well. And that was it was cool for my character, even though we don't know. I'm filling time while Mike is, but it was really cool for my character because even though we hadn't seen Ro in the warm hearth, when we were creating Ro and everything, and when the party met Ro, she had been in Port Resplendissant for a year. So the warm hearth was very much one of her like stomping grounds. So to open up those doors, she felt it was kind of like opening up doors to back home for a hot second. She was down for some honey bread and some good times.
So Craig gets there first, way before everybody else.
Can I please touch on some? Because here's the deal. I thought y'all were like just seconds behind me. I thought it was going to be this thing where like Craig opens the doors and then like 2 seconds will go by and y'all come through. But so I was planning a joke around that. The joke being that I sit down with a bunch of strangers and I have like one of their ales in front of me.
Yeah.
And then y'all walk in and it looks like I've been there for a while. And then I was planning on just turning to my right and going, "Oh, you're not Bazz," and then getting up and walking away. No. No, Zach informs me that it's minutes. It is
yeah.
It is minutes before the others show up, and I was not prepared for that. So I sit down at this table and realize that I have to sit with my consequences. What the heck?
The consequences being a new group of adventurers named the Web Makers, and they happen to recognize Craig sitting at the table and knew that he was a fun guy. So Craig, what was that like as you break one of our mom's glasses?
We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. So it was really awesome to like, I don't know. I love how Zach paints pictures because sometimes he doesn't let you know that it's a safe moment.
He never says if it's a safe moment or not.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there like, okay, am I talking to bounty hunters? Like, am I going to get arrested? Like, what did I just sit myself? Yeah.
I was like, these are bounty hunters about to like take down a Craig or try to.
I know. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. And then for it to be like a warm welcoming of like people who know the story and like are inspired and like see the Fun Guys as like an inspiration.
Yeah.
It was really amazing to like see that play out. Although Craig nervously was spilling a lot of secrets.
Yeah, Craig was like, hey guys, I know you like me and impressed with me. By the way, there's a god above all other gods and he wants to know you.
Do you guys created know who the world is?
And his name is the Maker. I died. I had broken legs in a dream.
Oh yeah.
And then he brought me back to life.
Yeah.
There's Ro, by the way. That's basically how that went.
I definitely, Mika was like me, the player was like definitely trying to play into the typical like, do you know of our Lord and Christ, like Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, that kind of thing? And then I realized, oh no, like this is okay. I feel like I kept digging the hole instead of getting myself out of it, but it turned out okay.
I have just so in case this wonderful little party ever shows back up in our story. They were a lizard folk, a tabaxi, a Siamese tabaxi, actually, a red-scaled armor, a red dragonborn that was wearing red-scaled armor, and a 3-quarterling woman, which a 3-quarterling woman is a halfling and something else. It's a homebrew race that Zach made, and their names were Evelyn, Grax, Angel, and Calesta, I believe. So that's a fun little tidbit there of our web makers.
Yeah, it was a 3-quarterling caster, a lizard folk warrior, a red dragonborn paladin, and a tabaxi monk.
Yeah. And they were really cool characters. They were very interested. They knew exactly who Craig was, and then as I walked in, or as Ro walked in, and then as Bazz, Gretta, and Tella walked in, they were all kind of shook up. And if I remember correctly, Gretta, because Abby wasn't there, Gretta went to get some honey bread, and then go to sleep. And Ro decided to sit down with Craig there and was trying to steer the conversation away from like too much detail for a while. And then Ro ended up probably being the one that spilled the most.
Yeah, that was so funny. No, because
one of the members of the party. I don't remember which one. Was it the I don't know. It was probably
it was the caster. It was a 3-quarterlings. That was like, haha, that was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Now, what did you say about the god above all gods?
Yeah, she was like taking notes. She had a journal and was like taking notes of basically like everything we were telling them. Mm-hmm. And we kept trying to steer him away, but then we kept kind of rolling bad on the persuasion and all. And then towards the end, Ro basically was just like, I'm not going to tell you anything else, but here's this, and you can do with it what you want. And she literally took the girl's quill and drew the symbol of the Maker in her journal. And it was just like, here, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but here you go. And all of them were quite literally like,
We're going to devote our lives to this
now.
Evangelism.
You're like, we have a mission and a purpose now.
You know when they draw out like the two cliffs and then like the cross that connects both sides? I like to think, it's like that tool. Like I like to think this is the equivalent of here's the maker symbol.
Bazz showed up in the middle of this, saw what was going on, and he was like, "Nope," and just went.
Yeah.
He went to the bar.
Wait, didn't Bazz and Ro on two separate accounts make one of them faint or something?
No.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
You didn't?
No.
It wasn't Ro?
Yeah.
Ro winked at him, but I thought he fainted twice.
He did because of you.
Oh, because of Ro? My bad.
I was like, "Hi," and then I just was like, "Nope." And Tello came with me. I wanted to get I wanted to fill up my new eggshell chalice.
Oh yeah.
And as that was going,
fill it up with something. What?
Yeah, I had to fill it up with
like
anything basically. Stuff? And Zachary has this homebrew spell called Divination of the Mad Prince, which is like a druid spell where you get to roll a D100, and depending on what you roll, you can ask a question and get an answer from Yelik Tanat, the Mad Prince. So I got my chalice finally after having this spell on the back burner for the last 2 years. And I was like, I want to order the same room we did last time, because that was the Craig in the bathroom moment. And I just returned back to the room. And I think for every single character, going back to that room eventually was it was a special moment. Because I feel like all of us were at different places on our journeys at that point. We thought different things were going to be happening. It was the room where Bazz was whisked away for the first time and given the staff of the Mad Prince.
I had to.
It was the room. I mean, Micah, what did Craig do? I mean, what does that room mean to Craig?
I think that he did try to get revenge on the tub. I think he tried to make it moldy.
Yeah, he did try to make it moldy.
Yeah, so because he's got
Well, Micah discovered I unfortunately informed Micah that prestidigitation, as you all know, is like my spell of all spells. And I know all the ins and outs of it. And I unfortunately informed Micah that you don't have to just make things clean with prestidigitation. You can also dirty things. It says in the spell's description that you can dirty up things. So I'm a little worried that's going to come into play.
Oh yeah, no, it has. It already has. Because he's a gross broski, like he's gross. It's so funny because that one spell that I like, prestidigitation, whenever I'm like candidly trying to or just casually trying to say it, I struggle so much saying it. It's like a tongue twister. But he made the tub moldy and out of spite. But I think being back in the room, it was kind of full circle for him, especially because that room was the last place that he was breathing. That room was the last place that right. He was without old, and to be there again, it was like full circle. But I think that he does miss old. He does. That was a companionship. That was a connection.
He was part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally. Yeah.
So I think that it does feel full circle. But it also was very encouraging for him to see that he is a different person now, and that this path that he's on for the first time in his life is a good path, and that he feels confident that he is growing as a person, and that's the first time in his whole life that he's been experiencing development in who he is.
Yeah. Ro, what about you?
Well, I feel like it was definitely a Bazz, Gretta, Craig thing, because it was definitely where you guys first, bought a room for the night in a tavern, and stuff like that. It was really cool for Ro to be back there, though. Like I had said, it was kind of a little bit of her stomping grounds when she was, living there for a year. And I don't know. I think it was nice. We got 2 rooms, didn't we? Because Tello and Gretta stayed in one room.
Yeah, we got 2 rooms.
Oh, and Gretta, we rolled. Did we roll a D100? Is that what you rolled or something? And Gretta got. I don't know how we came up with the number, but Zach had someone roll something, and Gretta ended up getting 44 pieces of honey bread that's now in her inventory.
She does.
Unbeknownst to Abby.
Yeah.
Because Abby was not there, but she now has 44 pieces of honey bread.
Wait, I have a response.
What happens in the warm hearth stays in the warm hearth.
I told her. I texted her and I said, oh man, where is it? Oh gosh, we've texted a little bit since then. Okay. You have 1 less gold and 44 loaves of honey bread. And she said, oh, perf. You guys know me so well. So she's very happy with the arrangement.
Good.
I do have a couple of quotes before we get into because it goes a little bit more serious here in a second, but just a couple of quotes. There was a few times where Bazz / Landon coined the phrase bros before rose.
True. I did say that and I stand by it. Me and Tello till the end.
We also have Zach saying this after, I think we were all really concerned that party we met was like bounty hunters or bad stuff or whatever. And
True.
Zach said,
they might still be.
And Zach said, no, you guys are allowed to have good experiences.
He said that a lot these last 2 episodes. Like so many moments were like,
worried.
Hey guys, sometimes good things happen, okay? I've heard people,
like,
some people say bad things are the world. No, good things too, I promise. And listen, I'm for it. I liked it. It was a good 2 episodes.
And then I think this was Bazz talking to the bartender who was quite amazed by Bazz's look. His beautiful gold and shiny
looks.
Skin. Bazz told the bartender, my mom was a tree and my dad was not a tree.
True. That is fact though.
And I also have, are you joshing my elbow? Which is something that I think Bazz said, but I don't remember when.
I did not say that. That is false.
Who said it then?
That was you.
Joshing my...
I did not say that.
It wasn't me.
I wouldn't have written
it would
down
either be Zach.
Nose goes.
It would have either been Zach
Jackie,
or
you are
Bazz.
the nose goes.
I didn't say that. I don't think I've ever said Joshin in
nose
a
goes
real
is not
sense
does not
ever.
lie.
I feel like it's either Zach or Landon.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like Zach probably.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Oh, there is something else.
The big moment. I went into the room. I was by myself for the longest time because everybody else was still getting high off honey bread and getting recognized. And I cast Divination of the Mad Prince. And the way the spell works is you can ask one question while swirling whatever alcohol you have in your little dragon egg goblet. And you roll a D100. And I rolled something obnoxiously high, like in the 80s or 90s. And Zachary gave me a look of like, well, I guess here we go. And he was like, what's your question? And Jackie so graciously wrote down the exact quote.
Yes.
So Jackie, do you want to read the quote that I asked in the spell?
Oh, I'm honored. Bazz asks, are the fun guys strong enough to defeat Meescore in her shop?
And we found out simply and resoundingly, yes, we are strong enough to.
I also have a quote here that just says druidic nothings, which I think is something that Zach said you heard. Druidic nothings.
After Yellick Tanoth tells me that we are strong enough to take her on, he says she knows this. And she worries about it, and that we should be worried about what she has planned because of that. So, little ominous. And then as the vision ended, I saw the lock of hair that I gave her in that first encounter kind of like appear and fall through the air and then disappear. So a little bit of an ominous message. Do you guys want me to move on to what happened after that, or do you have something else you want to say?
I was going to... go ahead, Micah.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say I have one more quote here, because we were going back and forth, as Zach does.
Yeah, we were.
Apparently, at one point when we were talking about, I think Craig asked, or someone else asked why the maker was the maker or the more powerful god. And I have in quotes here, when a deity loves the world very much.
That's funny.
So we had to kind of step around that, but that was a little funny joke we did. But yeah, I think then we went upstairs and we saw Bazz went to sleep, right? And then
I was out. I was like,
and then Craig and I soon followed to sleep, and Craig took a bed and Ro took the space in between the two on the floor and made a little her usual flower bed. And then
you guys know in the episodes, and I'm saying you guys as listeners and Jackie and Micah, but when Zach randomly turns on the suspense music when you're not expecting it, that
you're like, oh my gosh,
when you look up at him and you're like, what are you doing?
Oh, and when it's after we've fallen asleep, you're like, get ready for one of Zach's classic
nightmare,
or like whenever you're
nightmare
walking
scenarios.
I remember like walking into Landon's house and like thinking it was gonna be a regular episode kind of thing, and then he was wearing his combat shirt.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
All right, I think I have my therapist on speed dial. So surprise, surprise. MeScore knew that I did the thing and asked that exact question. So I appeared in her shop and she was like, come over here, come sit with me at my table. And I want to talk to you, Bazz. I've been watching
you. That's exactly
stuff
what
like
she
that.
sounds like.
And this is the part where like Zach, I really want to recreate this with Zach.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we are, but we're still talking about it, discussing it. So just in case we're not, I'm going to give you the lowdown. But if you want to hear it in Zach's MeScore voice, might be coming on the Patreon pretty soon. What, Jackie?
And I was going to say, and once we get into it, I did write down a few quotes that she actually said to Bazz.
Yes. So I get in there and she basically, you know how we're kind of like in a hag love triangle right now, right? You got the Baba Yaga, you've got the Gadri Yaga, and you've got Madame MeScore. Also, for all this episode, I called Gadri Yaga Gaga Yaga because it was funny and Zach hated it. But I'm not.
And then I said at the beginning of the next episode, I said, so is her name Yo Gabba Gabba Lady Gaga? And I could tell Zach was very frustrated with that.
Yo Gabba Gabba Lady Gaga.
If you want to get a classic Zach look, call her the Gaga Yaga. And, but you can only do it once.
Oh my gosh.
But her real name is Gadri Yaga. But basically, Madame MeScore is like, hey, I gave you all that stuff I gave you on purpose. The only reason you knew about Zorgrim, or she never said his name. She always said the bloodied one. I noticed that.
She basically took credit for everything
I gave you the scale. I gave you the heart. You would have never met Alondra if it wasn't for me. Which, to be clear, yes. But also she's bad. So she was like, I know that I'm not as scary as the bloodied one. But I think you should give that black rock to me, not the Baba Yaga. You should give me the rock and partner with me. I'm a better friend than I am an enemy. You can always trust somebody who doesn't tell the truth or whatever. And she was like, I'll not only protect you from Baba Yaga, I'll give you a wish. We'll be best friends and we'll skip together. She didn't say that, but basically she was trying to say, I chose you on purpose and I don't want to be enemies. And I was like, so then why you be hunting us and stuff?
Well, and she even kind of said she'd protect you, right?
Yeah, she said she'd protect me. And she was trying to like gaslight me into thinking that she was
even kind of trying to like pit you a little bit against the rest of the party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think I just turned on combat music accidentally there. We're using the same setup we do.
We're fighting my MeScore now.
Zach, where are you? But yeah, she was trying to like make me feel, oh, you're so much better than the other people and the fun guys. Bazz was not taking any of it. And she was like, I know you're planning to kill me. And Bazz is like, we're not planning to kill you. And she's like, I know you are. And he was like, I'm not. And she was like, okay. All right. I'll tell you who the heart belongs to. I'll give you the wish. I'll protect you. Just bring me the black stone. And she didn't really give Bazz a lot of chances to respond. And by the time her part was done, I think I said a little bit, but the dream was mostly over. It was done, and I woke up, and I actually took psychic damage because of it.
You actually forgot like a couple key things.
All right, let's lay it on me.
She did say, this is quoted. So she said, "You can always trust a liar, Bazz. I'm your only hope against the bloodied one. Your wish, the heart, I'll tell all." That's what she said. But one thing that you forgot to say is she pulled up your, like, she pulled out her iPhone and she was like, "I have a picture of your sister." No, I'm just kidding. But she did like, show an illusion of his sister.
If you try to kill me, I'll ice your family is what she said.
Basically, she was like, "Oh, what about your sister? Look, you see a little picture of your sister? Yeah. Think about that, Bazzy boy."
True. Yeah. So
I also have quoted here, "A ceiling of nothing but shadow." And I don't know what that is, but that sounds dope.
That's because that's the ceiling of the place. Yeah, her shop is
her shop. I bet you her shop's in the Shadowfell. Like, I bet you walk through like an interdimensional door or something. I bet her shop is the Shadowfell.
Do you think if we get a tall enough ladder, we could just like go up there?
No, she's not in the material plane. I bet you she's
you think
not. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's my hot take. I don't think Madame Meescore is in the material plane.
Oh, maybe. And for listeners who don't remember, this is all like, this was in Bazz's dream, but like, you have to remember that Madame Meescore's shop is like a couple miles down the road from literally where we're staying at the Warm Hearth. Mm-hmm. Like, she's like in the same town right now. Also, I just want to say, as a longtime fan of the podcast, of myself, who one of the reasons I fell in love with the podcast before I joined it was Madame Meescore and that original scene with y'all in there with her.
Yeah, what a dumb
This was
decision.
The first time I ever got to experience and see and hear Zach do her live. And it was very captivating.
Did he do her voice at the live show?
Yeah. Oh,
he did her voice at the live show.
I don't think
the monster was from her, I thought.
The monster was from her, but I don't think he did her voice.
But how do we know that? I swear he said something at the live show. Someone fact check me. That's not in this group right now because
Jonathan. Just kidding.
Yeah. So I think that's the gist of 108 Warmer Hearts.
Yeah.
Let me do a little brief on Zach's notes real quick if I want to talk about anything while
I'm looking at the document that Zach gave us, and it says that Warmer Hearts is episode 109.
Yeah, he has it switched.
He has it switched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Mike. Chillin'. Dude.
So I think that's about it for 109. I mean 108. Gosh dang it, Zachary. 108 Warmer Hearts. And next time we're gonna hit you with the summary for 109. So sorry again. This is not gonna happen again. We've already found a way to make sure that files get automatically saved with this new service that we're using. It is a Discord bot, and we were just kind of figuring out the kinks. So thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the flippy flip. What's the thing that Zachary says? Life's an incredible story, and you're an important part of it. Skibbity wop da da.